Oh jeez. Oh, I'm back. And oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. But can I please have my old shirt back? Thank you.
Let's do some things. Game day, game day, game day, game day, game day. Woo!
Legaia 2 Duel Saga is an RPG for the PlayStation 2. Released in the States on October 1st, 2002 by Fresh Games, it serves as a sequel to the successful Legend of Legaia for the original PlayStation. Although I am a bit worried about what's going on the front of the box. It looks like this guy's jacket would be way too small for him if he buckled the buckles up. The way he holds his sword looks fine at first, until you realize that he's holding the handle behind him, and yet somehow the blade part extends out past the image border. I wonder if the border got warped somehow. He also seems oblivious to the big-legged man and the ghostly woman behind him. Man, this guy better be careful. I don't think swords work very well against Alright, let's put this into the the PlayStation 2. I feel like it would work a little bit better that way. The game opens with an aesthetically pleasing logo sweeping over one of the many locations in the game. Upon starting a new game, we are shown a magical blue stone and a small village nestled in a mountain nook. While the graphics might suffer from some of the PS2 era staples, the artistic direction the designers took is, in my opinion, lovely. And that music! Bellissimo! Our main protagonist is sleeping when the tough lady Nancy reminds us that we are supposed to be up and training because today is our first day on the job of being a soldier for the village. Oh bang, we better get up. Right off the bat, we get to choose how we do it. I don't know how all the decision mechanics affect gameplay, but it becomes apparent as the game goes that your choices affect his personality. So we get on outside to start practice and crap, it's over already. We get a scolding from the captain later. However, he does remind us to be thankful for everything the village is given. Especially from the village lake, which is endlessly fed by that blue stone, the aqualith. As we venture around the village, the people don't exactly seem pleased that we couldn't get our butts up in time for practice. However, we are also given opportunities to grow our character's personality some more by reacting to people's feelings. Even Nancy gets uppity at our track record as of late. However, when being appreciative of how, underneath it all, she's really just trying to help, she shows a positive and unexpectedly vulnerable response. So we're off! We finally get to see what being a soldier here is all about. The captain shows his own gratitude for the woods, because it is where the village gets most of its bounty. But there are monsters. Over the river and through the woods to kill some clients and wolves. The battle system uses directional input commands to string together attacks and even generate special combo moves. The more powerful combos require more input spaces, which can be obtained as your character levels up, from winning fights like these. So there's also a big bad boss bug that knocked your friends around a bit, so you teach it a lesson about not messing with video game protagonists and help even the more arrogant of your pals back to the village. The story is rich and deep in this game, like a swimming pool of chocolate. Some of the happenings are intense or humorous, deflating, awkward, goofy, or make you want to smack some righteous sense into the villains. And this is just the start of the game. I didn't even touch on the snowy town, the temple in the sky, the active volcano, or even the auction house. All in all, the game has a wonderful setup, well-designed characters that grow with you, fantastic music, decent graphics considering the time of release, a good story that fits in the game's world, and a battle system that builds on its ancestors' accomplishments. So that's Legaia 2 Duel Saga. So the game ends up being really good. Hey, thanks all you aliens for dropping this off for me, wherever you may be. Oh geez, the sun's coming out already. I should make something to eat. Alright, now that we're in the kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make some tasty banana bites.
Tasty, tasty and twisted, yeah!
I will be using Let's Do Organic's green banana flour for this recipe. 2 bananas are also a good idea to have for this. You can use spices like cinnamon and maple sugar for flavor. A little bit of baking soda is all we will need of it. Maple syrup will give sweetness to these treats. I'm using Great Northern. Oil or butter, whichever suits your fancy. A brush! Yes, 1 brush. Measuring equipment! Always good. I'm bringing back the food processor here too. To start, peel and slice your bananas so they will fit in the food processor. Process them into a puree. Pour the puree into a mixing bowl and stir in any spices you would like. Add the baking soda as well. Slowly stir in the green banana flour to prevent it from clumping up. This step will take some time, but will look kinda like this when done. Take the batter and roll it into small to medium-sized balls. I gave some of the balls pockets and poured maple syrup into them, and then I closed them up to turn them into a maple-filled donut hole type deal. Pour a little bit of oil into a small cup or container and use the brush to paint the oil all over the banana balls. You may need more than 1 coat if making a larger batch. Spread the balls out on a baking tray or other suitable pan and heat up the oven to 375 degrees. Put the pan in. My oven will take about 20 minutes. Your baking time may vary. Have a snack while you wait. What? Things are gonna take a while. Take the bites out of the oven while wearing oven mitts. If you'd like, you can drizzle some more syrup over the bites. Use a spatula or similar utensil to move the bites off the baking tray. Serve 1 or more to your excited significant other and enjoy your mellow and sweet treat. Great for desserts and parties. This is pretty good. I'm gonna need to work on my car today too. Don't worry, it'll be daylight when you next see me. So, if you're looking to own a vehicle or are already in possession of one, how do you change its oil? How do? First of all, if you have access to a garage, use it. Things you are going to need. You're going to need oil and filter, respective to your vehicle. You're going to need an oil pan. You're going to need a funnel and a rag. And optionally, you'll need a wheel chock, a wrench, and a jack. And if it's cold out, some gloves. Optionally, put the chock behind one of your rear wheels. Use the jack to lift your vehicle up enough so that you can get underneath it. Slide the oil catch under the oil pan, right about where the threaded drain plug is. Use the wrench to break loose the drain plug. I'm using a 14mm wrench. You can use your hand the rest of the way once loose enough. Pull the plug out quickly so you don't get much, if any, oil on you. The oil should drain right into the catch. Wipe off the plug with the rag, maybe your hands too. Let the oil drain out for at least an hour, maybe more if your vehicle uses more than 4 quarts of oil. Locate the oil filter somewhere under your vehicle. Its location varies from model to model. Unthread the filter, but be careful. Once you have it unthreaded far enough, oil may start to weep or flow out. Be sure to keep the oil catch under you while you work. By the way, brake cleaner is quite effective at removing oil from your hands, should you get any on you. Once the oil drip has slowed down to barely dripping anymore, use the rag to wipe off the plug hole, then put the plug back in. Snug it with the wrench if you need to. Take out your new filter and lay it thread side up. Coat your fingertip in some of the new oil and smooth it around the rubber gasket of the new filter. Wipe off the filter area and thread the new filter on. It should be a little tighter than hand tight. Lift up your hood and locate the opening to the oil reserves. Open it up and put your funnel in the... Cut the funnel down with an axe to shorten the spout if it doesn't fit. There we go, that's better. Pour the new oil into the funnel, not too slow, not too fast. Once all filled up, close the opening and pull the oil catch out from under the vehicle. If you have a waste oil drum, let the oil drip into that. let your vehicle down off the jack and write down the new oil change mileage so you don't forget. Clean everything up and fire it up to make sure there are no leaks. If it purrs like a kitten, you done good. Pretty nice. Let me tell you a story. Memory lane. Some years ago, I lived up north, and we had the hurricanes hit, because we're within driving distance of the coast. So, whenever the storms, whenever they hit, they were taking out the power, they were taking out the water. And for a little less than a week, I think, I had no power, water, anything like that. I feel like I kind of got off a little better than many other people who were hit by the storm. But even if it's for a shorter amount of time, it's times like those that you kind of realize what you're taking for granted, you know? It's like, oh, well, you know, hot water's such a luxury. But then when it's taken away, suddenly it's like, you know, oh, geez, you know, it's always so much easier to do things with hot water. And, oh, I wish I had the hot water back. You know, all that kind of stuff. And I remember taking a cooking pot that I had. And the first thing to come back on for some reason was the oil. So whenever we got the oil back, I took my big cooking pot and I set it on there. I used a match to light the thing, and I would cook a whole bunch of water and bring it to a nice low boil. Then I'd bring it into the bathroom with me, and I would bathe. I would just take the pot of water, and I'd take like another like little small pot, and I'd pour some in there, get some soap, and I'd, you know, scrub myself up, and then I'd take the rest and I'd rinse off. Stark contrast to what we know as a shower or even a tub. So that was eye-opening, you know, all those years back. And I have much more gratitude now for the various applications of life that we have, the various luxuries. And I will always be grateful for them now. So, I guess it's time to head back.
And now, life with Angel Bean.
I'm up. What I miss? I was just about to say what I am thankful for with my family. Okay, good. Emily, I'm thankful for your practicality and for always being there for me. And Peter? There you are. I am thankful because you're really good in the kitchen. And Erasmus? I am thankful for my family.
This has been Life with Angel Bean.
Hey! Hey! What I like about you, you hold me tight. Tell me I'm the only one, wanna come over tonight. Yeah! Keep on whispering in my ear. Tell me all the things that I wanna hear, 'cause that's true. That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you. You really know how to dance. When you go up, down, jump around, think about true romance. Yeah. Keep on whispering in my ear. Tell me all the things that I wanna hear, 'cause that's true. That's what I
day, what a day. Well, I'd like to thank you all for being here with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Whether it be small or grand, with friends or family, or whoever else you hold dear, may you all have a happy Thanksgiving.